along the lines, across the ocean, to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very firmly.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
Beautiful day and good to have you on Atlantic Television Network Blowout. ATM Blowout is a syndicated live program of the network. Our job here is simple. We bring you conversation on special interest topics, news, events, alongside stories from our correspondent reports, expert opinions, and stakeholders' analysis. Our first point of call today is on Anchor's charts. National Electricity Regulation Commission launches power outage reporting app. In Benue State, PDP rejects federal government proposed Fulani colony. In governance, PDP chieftain accused state governors of LGA funds embezzlement. In Firearms Act, acting IGP form ad hoc committee on firearms licensing. On PEPT, Road Transport Employer Association of Nigeria commend tribunal on affirmation of President Tinubu's mandate. On food security, 17.7 million Nigerians are hungry. This is coming from UNICEF. On visa ban, UAE lifts ban following meeting with President Tinubu. On international relations, UAE official statement silent on visa ban imposed on Nigerians. Our guest on the show this morning is public affairs analyst and legal practitioner, Barrister Clement Akasi. And we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll bring you Anchor's chart and thereon other stories in the news for today. Stay with us. To ATM Blowout, and it's time for Anchor's chart. Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission has developed an application that will help citizens lodge complaints about power outages and disruptions across the country. Sanusi Garba, the NEC, the chairperson, while speaking during the app's launch in Abuja on Monday, said the initiative is in line with the Commission's pledge to improve service delivery to customers. They disclosed that the app was originally developed to sample the quality of power supply, and in that NEC decided that it was better to have live data and effectively monitor discourse. The NEC chairperson encouraged Nigerians to channel their complaints through the app, assuring that prompt responses will increase their confidence in the Commission and the discourse. Christopher Ezafulukwe, chairperson of the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, lauded the Commission for the inauguration of the app, saying it was a product of collaboration that would ensure a win-win scenario for all citizens. Well, good initiative, by the way. Fantastic initiative. I mean, this is the 21st century, if you know what I mean. So a lot of development and a digitalized process of running governance is a big deal across the world today. What we find a bit unsettling, if you may, or what maybe it's just a sort of worry for Nigerians across board on this particular app is the fact that if you're dealing with these people one-on-one, and I'm speaking from a personal experience, while dealing with them one-on-one, they're not responsive, they do not care, they don't want to know the consequences of their action. I'm talking about, for instance, PHED, Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. Yeah, I said it. They don't care, they don't want to know the impact of their action. It doesn't even matter to them. It doesn't matter how many letters you write, it doesn't matter how long you visit, it doesn't matter how much calls you make. So, for instance, I'm using them, I live in River State, for instance, I'm using them as an instance. So I'm wondering if by one-on-one interaction, they're not able to resolve basic problem that they should resolve. What exactly do you think, how much would this app do? I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I'm saying that individuals who cannot resolve issues before them one-on-one, that when you don't see them and then you send a message to the app, how are they going to do that? You see, if there is consequence management as a major part of governance in Africa, in Nigeria particularly, or in running the Nigerian nation, whether as a private citizen or as a corporation or as a government agency, I honestly believe that certain things will not happen. If our laws are quick to act without the rigors of the processes and stories that usually come with it, and people get tired of it, I believe that companies like the DISCOs, the GENCOs, and their subsidiaries, they will be very careful how they deal with people. So if there's consequence management to the point that is effective enough, you discover that these people would naturally, they will sit up. How do I mean? If they are able to take responsibility for their actions and things that happen, so naturally you would understand that these people would have a way of, fixing what needs to be fixed. So then when they give us this app, it's easy for us to believe that because they are naturally responsive and there are consequences for their actions, they can take care of it. But in a situation where you buy, for instance, you pay for electricity units, and they're cutting your money from 50%, giving you 50% of what you paid for, so now taking about 70–80% of what you paid for, and refusing, it doesn't matter the request you made, how many times you go to them, refusing to address the issue in a purely new meter. So I'd like to know how exactly using this app is going to solve this problem. If people I know, I can talk with one-on-one, have failed consistently to deliver on services that I paid for, held back units that is meant to be my right, in a meter generated within them. How exactly are we supposed to be confident that this app will work? I honestly hope that somehow, I don't know how, I don't see the magic, because there are no consequences for our actions in this country. I mean, these are agencies or institutions of government that don't even have active social media pages. When I mean active, it's not like you send them messages and they respond as at when they are supposed to respond. So without active social media pages, for instance, how exactly can we now say, okay, this app is something that will make all the difference? Honestly, it's a good idea, good initiative, like I said, but will it work? Will it provide the service for which it has been designed for if they are failing to do the basic? I mean, rectify basic issues that shouldn't even be a major challenge. An issue like you paid for a meter, a brand new meter, installed and activated by same PHED, for instance, in Rivers State. The same PHED decides to be cutting, every time you subscribe for your meter, for your unit, they decide to be cutting it from 50% to about 70, 80%. Now, this is my personal experience. I'm not talking about another person's experience. And they keep cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting, and it doesn't matter how much you push, they have failed to do something about it. I mean, what difference is this neck complaint app going to do? I don't see what difference it's going to make. There are several similar innovations in Nigeria. I think the police should have one. But how much difference has it made so far? How much difference has it made so far when it comes to service delivery? Because this is what Nigerians are asking for. For instance, if I spend money to buy my unit, dear Gencos and Discos, I want to see that you actually give me what my money is due. At least you should know when there will be power and when there will be no power. I lived in this country as a little girl back then. When there is issue, they need to fix something, they put announcements in radio. You don't see all of that anymore. You just know that, oh, there's a power issue, and then there's power failure, and then they could take them 1 week, 2 weeks, or even more. Nobody communicates to say, oh, people living in this region, give us 24 hours, give us 2 days so people can plan. I mean, you don't need an app to do that, right? You don't need an app to do that. So if having offices in major city centers in Rivers State, yet you cannot collect data and understand how the people feel from complaints they bring to you one-on-one, what would the data do? It's good I want to imitate the international community, developed countries by following what they do, but can we also come back to the drawing table and start initiating by actually being conscious of delivering what the people need, what they are paying for? The idea of too much activity without an achievement makes no difference to the man who has been deprived of the power units that he paid for, or for who no reason he or she doesn't even know why he doesn't have power. So we are asking for quality service delivery. Yes, app is a good initiative, but how you're going to be responsive to it to ensure that problems are resolved, that would be the key takeaway here. If that is the case, maybe there's a magic that we don't know that does not work with the one-on-one reports being made that cannot work. So for what is what, we hope that somehow, your services improve, and beyond its improvement, we hope that somehow, things work. I think that's not much that Nigerians can ask for. That's been Anchor's Chat. We'll come back to you after the break.